crocodile. It was also delicious. First time you want to try cockroach, you look at the face. Oh, how can I eat you? They do everything to get tourists. The change has been started from that place. It was their New Year celebration. They call it Songkran. Lensuz Marahin says. That place, touched me.
Hello everyone, welcome to Girafa Podcast show. I'm Jay and today we have Ehsan with us. Ehsan is a photographer and he's with us today to explain and share his experience about the trip and journey and what's happened to him to be a tourist, or that kind of the question. We are going to talk about that. Thank you for following us and watching us, and we just start the conversation with Ehsan. Hello, Ehsan, and welcome to Girafa Podcast show.
Hello, Jalal. I'm really glad that you invited me to this program, and I'm so interested to talk about my journey.
I was checking your Instagram, and I found that you have a lot of trip to Thailand, Vietnam, and this type of the country. Is it your favorite countries?
Actually, it was my recent journey. I really like to visit Vietnam. So many years I had a plan to visit there, but I didn't have any chance to visit Vietnam, and also. This Nowruz, our New Year celebration, this Nowruz, I decided to travel to 3 countries together: Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand. We started from south of Vietnam. The south of Vietnam previously belonged, controlled by Americans before Vietnam War. And after Vietnam War, after Vietnam War, it became a unique country,
Independent country, yeah.
And we started from the south to north. And if you want to know my opinion about Vietnam,
okay.
The next time if I travel to Vietnam, I only go to the north. Hanoi. Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam, and I think it's the most interesting part of Vietnam because it has everything I like, nature. And
what type of the nature? What type of the nature is interesting for you? The forest, sea,
everything. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
But my most favorite is mountain in high elevation and jungle beneath.
Okay, so you're before I want to ask you answer the next question, because I had a plan to ask, okay, why this is a kind of these countries are interesting for you. So, but you said that the nature. So let me ask you something about the Vietnam, because we are looking to give us some tips and information about the people they want. For example, for me, I've never been in Vietnam at that part of the area. So the first question is it an expensive country, Vietnam?
No, not at all. Comparing to Cambodia, I think it's a little bit cheaper than Cambodia. But comparing to Thailand, I think similar. Thailand is a cheap country. But comparing to high developed countries like Japan and
Yes.
South Korea, it's really cheap.
So can you give me some approximate price for? You said that you were being for more than 1 week, so we should pay for the. Have you been with a tour, or you been there just with yourself?
Actually, it was the first time that I got my tour. No,
Your tour.
this was this was
Okay.
my first experience.
So you were the tour leader.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we were 29 people.
Okay. So I didn't know that I'm
And
talking with a tour leader. I thought. Okay.
no. Actually, I'm not a tour leader, but I like to experience it. And for the first time, it was really great. Too many people talk to me on Instagram and also in streets if they know me, and they ask me, "Okay, what's your next trip? Can I get with you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any tour that we could join to that
Okay.
tour?" And after several years, I decided to get my own tour, and I started with Vietnam. And for the first experience, it was great.
You didn't have any stress.
It was really easy for me, because I traveled a lot. I was a solo traveler.
Mm-hmm.
And after several years, my friends came to me and they told me, "Okay, if you want to travel to this country, we will come. We will join you.
Yeah.
We'll come with you." And after several years, I select some of them that I knew they were
Yeah, it's very important.
good in travel.
Yes,
And
yes.
yeah. And after that, I started group traveling. And after several years, I learned how to manage a
Mm-hmm.
group,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the result. This Vietnam tour, we were 29, and the result, I think, it was great. After we finished the journey, everybody told me, "Okay, it was great. Next time, you
Mm-hmm.
you tell us where you want to go, and we'll
Okay,
come
no,
with you."
no, they right now they know you as a tour leader. They're waiting
Yeah.
for you. But okay, so right now maybe you can have a better idea about the cost. How much is gonna be everything? I mean, and what's the most expensive part? It's gonna be house, food, traveling. What's gonna be?
Uh, for the food, for the normal and ordinary food, it's not more than uh, $3 or $4. Not more than
$4
and yeah, $4.
per days, every
And
day.
per meal.
Uh-huh.
For lunch, yeah, per meal. Uh, for the breakfast, it was included in the hotel.
Okay.
And yeah, but for the lunch and
For the dinner,
dinner, yeah,
$4 or $5.
the food approximately cost $3 to $5 approximately. If you want to eat food in a high value
Luxury restaurant, yes, yes.
yeah, like any other countries, you have to spend more than 10, 12, $15.
Okay.
Not more than $15.
But the ordinary food is gonna be cost maybe maximum $5 US dollar. Okay.
And yes, and water was so expensive, about 20 cents. Gasoline was $1 per liter, and hotels hotels are not so expensive. Even high 5-star hotels And I think the most expensive hotel that we spent was, I think, $150 per day. North of Vietnam, it's a very unique place that called Halong Bay. And if you search on the Google and see the photos, you get shocked, and you see how amazing this place is. And they have too many cruise companies that get customers to their cruise for 1 or 2 nights, and you go along the Halong Bay to have different experiences, like scuba diving, like snorkeling, like kayaking, and like swimming, everything. And if you and when you see the scenery, you will understand. Oh, I'm in the middle of heaven.
Okay.
And the cruise was about $600 per night.
But all the
Per
for
person.
person. But you said that it was the diving or swimming. So all of them include the price, or it's gonna be separate?
Except diving, everything was included.
Okay. And the food was include the food.
Everything, yes, food was included and everything, and you have to pay $600 entry. You know, it was about medium class of cruise. If you want to spend for a high class cruise,
It's gonna be more.
I have to spend about $200 more.
Okay. So what about the food? Not in the cruise, in when you are in the Vietnam. So what was the weirdest food have you tried, and which one you didn't, maybe you didn't want to try it, but it was a food?
Actually, I'm a very curious person. I really like to try everything, but not that things that are really crazy.
Like what?
But like drugs. Yeah, like drugs. I'm not really interested in drugs.
Drugs? No. Not talk about the food.
Yeah, I know. You said I like drugs.
No.
But when it comes to food, I can say approximately tried more than 90% of weird things, like worms, like cockroach, like frog, like snake, like crocodile.
چیه این بچه مارمولکه؟ چیه؟ اینجا باز بهتر معلومه اینا میخورن این سوسکای گنده خیلی فکر کنم طعمشون خوب باشه باید یه تستی بزنم ببینم چی داره.
Cockroach it was weird, you know. The taste is not something special, but
because it's more crunchy. It's a deep fry.
It's deep fried and crunchy. But you know, it's something mental. You know, if the first time you want to try cockroach, you look at the face. Oh, how can I eat you? It's really crazy. You have to close your eyes and put it in your mouth and chew it.
Oh my god!
And it was not something interesting. You know, I just like to try, but it doesn't have any weird taste.
خب اینایی که میبینید کرم شیالات شبگیره زنبور عسله. یه دونه‌شو میخوایم امتحان کنیم ببینیم چه مزه‌ایه. فکر کنم خوشمزه باشه. فلفل نمک ندادن من بزنم. ببینیم چیه. هیچ مزه خاصی نداره. یه ذره تلخی هم داشت.
But frog, it was very delicious. I really liked it. Frog.
Okay.
And crocodile, it was also delicious. The most weird thing I ever tried, it was cobra snake. We went to a special place in Hanoi, in Vietnam, and it was quite far from the Hanoi. We had to. It took 1 hour to get there from the city center. And it was a special restaurant. I can't remember the name of the owner. I think everybody called him Dracula, something like this, because in that restaurant he showed us a live cobra snake, and he told us, okay, if you want to choose between these snakes, you can choose.
Okay.
Any snake you choose, I will.
They wanna cook it.
Down. Yeah, I will take it down and cut his neck, cut his head, its head, and he cooked for us. He showed us, okay, it's the fresh blood of cobra snake. You can drink it.
You drink it?
It was really weird, Yeah.
Oh my!
And the taste was really crazy. I'm not gonna test it again.
It's
and
okay.
And he cooked the snake for us, and he served. He served for us, and he bring us something, black, and he told us it's a snake liver. I don't know if snake have liver.
They were a snake calipache.
Yeah. He brought us something black, and he told us snake liver. It was taste good. Totally, snake was taste good, and I will definitely try it again, but not snake blood.
In the Scandinavian country, in the Europe, we have the sausage made from the pork blood, but it's gonna be a lot of spice with that one, so it's not gonna be pure blood. Name is musta in the Finnish. It's mean black, so it's gonna be musta makara. So it's mean a black sausage. So it's made from the blood. But as I said, it's full of the spice, so you cannot eat. But you can feel it's different. But about the pure blood, I've never tried that.
In Kenya and in Ethiopia, I traveled to some region that it's called Omo Valley. In that region, too many tribes, too many, I don't know the name in English, but I say it in Farsi, Asra Hajar.
Okay, Stone Age.
Stone Age. I saw too many tribes that live in that place, and they were actually like Stone Age people. And I saw their living places, and I saw them they keeping animals, and they keeping cows, and every morning they try to
cut a little
their cow's neck, and drink fresh blood from their neck every morning, and they also mix that blood with milk, and after that they drink. I asked them, what is the purpose of drinking this blood? And they told me that blood makes them really strong and really fresh.
Yes. Yeah.
Crazy, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If there is a documentary in YouTube, you can find it. The name is Taboo, and one of the show is about the food. I said it before in this show, so it's a very nice, it's a very interesting. For example, they went to that kind of the part of the country is in the, if Africa, they're eating a spider, they just cook it on the fire. So
Yeah.
this is in their brain, in their mind, it's so delicious. Maybe because I agree with you. You said that when we talk about the weird or delicious, so it's not on the food, it's just in your brain. So you can, in your, what do you think about that? Yeah, but have you ever seen something that you didn't dare to eat or drink it, or you just taste everything as much as you can? Because you said that you ate the crocodile, you ate the snake.
When I was in Ethiopia, once I ordered a special food in their restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a meat dish. Too many types of meat.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered a whole dish, and they brought it to me. It was different kind of meat with different kind of spices and different kind of cooking. I think it was 12 type or 13 type, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't try more than two types because when I saw the dressing, when I saw the how did they cook that meat, and what kind of spices that they
Yes,
add
yes.
to that meat. Yes. I couldn't even try to
Okay.
eat them because and it was very bad. The taste was really terrible.
خب توضیح بدم که این گوشت گوساله است، این هم گوشت گوسفنده، یه سری سس چرت و پرت روش داره. این هم فکر کنم تونه ماهی باشه. این هم جوجه است با تخم مرغ. بعد میایم اینجا، این هم گوشت خامه که باید بزنیم تو فلفل و بزنیم به بدن. 100% کرونا رو گرفتیم.
یسوس
زیک بود. اینم من نمیدونم این تو چیه، چی هست چی نیست، ولی خب دیگه مجبورم بخورم دیگه.
Ethiopia was one of those countries that I lose more than 8 kg in 3
Okay.
weeks.
Okay. Because of the food.
Because I couldn't. Eat
They have a different way and different way of cook and different. They have a unique spices. African food, especially that part, I know, because sometimes we are in Europe. We have a lot of the different nations, so sometimes you can smell from the house. It's very strong when they're cooking. So yeah, sometimes it's not gonna be easy to handle that one, even if you want to eat it. So it's gonna be more difficult, probably.
That's right.
Okay, so let's back to the Vietnam. So we were it was so nice about it, that blood and everything. So we went to the Ethiopia and Africa, but so Vietnam, you said that it's not a very expensive country, and but comparing to the Thailand, you said Thailand is gonna be expensive.
Thailand is a more touristic place, and you can't really you can find everything in Thailand, like every kind of when it comes to shopping, every kind of brand, every kind of food. The most interesting part of Thailand I
Mm-hmm.
think it's food, their food, and it's really famous all around the world. They do everything to get tourists. Freedom allows you to freely to choose between every kind of hobby and every kind of thing. I really interested. I told you I'm really interested in
Yep.
nature. Uh, yeah, but our journey in Thailand, our journey started after Cambodia. First, we went to Vietnam. It was my tour, and after that, we went to Cambodia. Also, it was my tour. These two countries was my tour. But Thailand, I traveled with three of my friends
Mm-hmm.
that they joined me from the tour. After the tour, they joined me to travel together to Thailand. And it was an adventurous journey because we entered to Thailand, we entered to Bangkok, and we booked a car to travel to south of Thailand. And during this journey, we planned to visit every places on the
Mm-hmm.
map,
Uh-huh.
every interesting places on the map. I mean, I like road journeys, because it allows you to see everything,
Yes.
and
Yes.
it was really great. We started from Bangkok. We went to south of Thailand. Some islands. They are very famous, like Samui, like Koh Phangan, like like Phi Island, like Phuket, and these are famous parts of Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
And except these places, we saw too many beautiful places, and it was my fourth time to travel to Thailand, and
Okay.
this time was unique because this time I had plenty of time to visit everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
and it was their New Year celebration. They call it Songkran.
Okay.
In the 3 days in the street, people try to splash water to each other.
Yes.
It's really crazy and it's really fun. And I saw too many foreigners from America, from Australia, from Europe, especially from England, they join to the party, to the Songkran
Mm-hmm.
festival. The festival is a better name. To the festival, and it was really crazy. We wake up in the morning at 8 o'clock. We get out from the hotel, and the festival starts from 12, 11, 12, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody had their own gun.
Oh, the water gun.
They
Okay.
put water, yeah, water on. They put water inside the gun and they shoot each other.
Are they safe country?
Uh, yeah, I think East Asia. I traveled to too many countries like China, Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia,
Mm-hmm.
Malaysia, and they are all safe. India, no, not India. India, I think, is not too safe like this country. These countries are really safe. You can easily walk in the morning, early morning. 3 a.m., 2 a.m. in the street, even alone.
Okay.
They are totally safe. These
Okay.
countries are totally safe.
Okay.
I didn't see anything disturbing.
Good, because it's very important. Some people they want to go alone, but sometimes it's not safe to go out or walking
Totally
alone.
safe.
So okay. So what about Cambodia? How is this country?
Cambodia, the most interesting part of Cambodia is the Siem Reap city because the biggest religious building in the world belongs to Cambodia in Siem Reap, Angkor Wat. It's 168 acres temple.
Wow.
And it's like a city full of temples, and that place is really weird and amazing. But except this, I think Cambodia, nothing at all. There is nothing in Cambodia.
So
And
it's mostly just about the old building, and that's kind of the religious part. So if we want to visit the nature and the forest and something like that, you are not recommended.
actually, you can visit more interesting and more beautiful nature in their neighborhood, in their Cambodia neighbor countries like Thailand and like Vietnam, because Cambodia is the country between these two countries. And for the nature, there's nothing at all.
Okay.
In Cambodia, and Cambodia is just Siem Reap. And also, Phnom Penh is the capital of Cambodia. It's a little bit modern city, and there's nothing. I think I won't suggest
you
to
cannot
anyone except Siem Reap. I can't suggest to anyone to visit Cambodia except Siem Reap, because I think Siem Reap is the must see places in Cambodia.
So you mean
For
if
everyone.
so you mean if I have a money, it's better to just for me to go Vietnam or Thailand, because Cambodia is not gonna be anything new for me if I'm visiting the Vietnam, except if I'm looking for that kind of temples or something like that.
That's it.
Okay. I have some question about inner experience. How do you feel when you are going to the trip? When you go inside the new culture, when you are going into some kind of the I don't know, nature, or seeing the new people, is there anything changing in you?
Definitely. I spend my time and I spend my money to get good experience. And with the help of that experience, I get progress in my life, in my also work, in my relation, in my internal beliefs, and it opens my eyes to see the world in different ways and different types. And when I compare myself with compare this Ehsan with 10 years ago, I was totally changed in different ways. 10 years ago, I was not so patient.
Okay.
But the most interesting part, it makes you this kind of trips.
Yes.
Made me so patient and relaxed, and that helped me to uh, change, you know, some beliefs inside me. It changed some beliefs inside me.
Have you ever had that kind of the touching? Some people, they say something, you can see something that they touch you, and after that point you think
Mhm.
something changed in my mind. For example, we had the show with a guy. He was a photographer and he went to Africa, I think, and he was talking about when he saw a young girl. She was supposed to walk around 4 kilometers, 2 kilometers going and 2 kilometers back to have a normal water to drinking and washing. Then he said that every time I try to drink water, he said, "Oh, what do I have? I don't have any idea. It's so simple. I'm not. I don't have to walk 2 kilometers going to find the normal water." So, or some people, they're just saying something to you. Do you have that kind of the experience?
When I was in Brazil, there was a place called Lenços Maranhenses. I think it's Portuguese.
Yeah.
The pronunciation is a little bit difficult, but I think it was Lenços Maranhenses, something like that. It was a desert full of small lakes, and
Mm-hmm.
in the rainy season, these lakes, those lakes, fulfilled with water. And when you stand in a high elevation, and you can see a vast desert with lots of lakes, and in that and at the border of this desert, and this desert had a border with jungle. You can see the line. In your left side it was jungle, and in your right side it was desert
Mm-hmm.
full of lakes, and the sand was white, and
Oh.
the combination of these colors, green, white, and blue, and it was, I think it was the most beautiful thing I ever seen. And when I was there, it was a solo journey for 2 months. And when I got there, I stand in the elevation, and I saw the desert. Uh, I had a deep breath, and I hold my breath inside me,
Mm.
and for I think for more than 30 minutes, I just stand there. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear
Okay.
people voices, and I just get into myself. And that time, I thought I was connected with the nature, and
Mm-hmm.
I only can hear the voices from the nature voice.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
Everybody started to talk beside me, but I didn't hear their voices. I only hear the sounds of nature. And from that time, later, uh, I started to feel the nature much more better when
Mm-hmm.
I go to the nature everywhere, like in Iran, like every other
Yes.
country.
Yes.
When I go to the nature, I totally change. No, you have to you have to know me better to see what I'm talking about. Um, in cities, I'm a little bit nervous. I can't tolerate everything, and
Yeah, I
maybe
understand.
maybe I started to nagging, something like that. When I go to the nature, I'm totally changed. I become
You're gonna be more relaxed.
I'm a relaxed, a kind person, a relaxed person. a funny person,
Okay.
and everybody tell me, "Oh, Ehsan, I think you started to use marijuana." I tell them, "Okay, the nature is my marijuana," and
Okay.
the change has been started from that place about 5 years ago,
In-
and that place, touched me.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's you're not expected, but sometimes that part of the nature is gonna just grab you and say, "Hey, just stay.
Yeah,
I have something to tell you." It's very important, and it's because we need to keep connection with the nature. It's gonna be uh, very releasing, very relaxing, and also we need that communication. It's according to the I don't know, some studies they shows that even walking. But the problem is, I completely understand what you're saying. But most of the time we are going to the nature, but doing our stuff, just cooking, talking, and we are not listening to the nature. We are not going deep to the nature. So when you just be quiet and just feeling and meditate, even when you're walking and just touching the trees and the stone and everything, yeah, they're gonna touch us. Thank you so much for that experience. For the because we are around the 1 hour we are talking, I didn't check the time, so it's a long time. So I don't want to take more time. Just have some. Can you have some tips if we have a plan to go Vietnam, Thailand, for the kind of the trip tips about the finance, about the find a place, about if there is some kind of useful information?
it's different for people. Some people like to travel in a luxury way. Some people like to travel in a normal way. Some people like me like to travel in an adventurous way.
Mm-hmm.
For adventurous people, I suggest they already know. I suggest them to uh, to pack their bags and
Just
to visit for accommodation. Only I suggest hostel
mm-hmm.
in Vietnam and Thailand and also Cambodia. There are lots of great hostels. The vibes in the hostels. It's really fun. It's every day, every night they had parties, and you can meet so many people that think like you, and you can find lots of friends.
okay.
And I really suggest to those people want to try adventurous way to only get hostels. There are lots of famous also hostels in these countries, but I don't want to mention their
Yeah.
names.
Okay.
And for those who want to travel in a normal way, just want to visit. Okay, it's a country we want to visit. It's for these people, there's nothing special. Just visit and take some
They just
pictures
want to
and
go
get back.
somewhere.
Yeah, want to go somewhere. Okay, to say to their family, oh, we visited Vietnam. Yeah, this is our pictures. And
You never been there.
I don't have any I don't have any suggestion to the normal people. And for those who wants to travel luxury, okay, they know how to travel. They know how to book a luxury tour or a luxury hotels, everything. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any words with them. I just talk with
The adventure.
adventurous people because I like adventure and I know everything in this field, in this type of journey. And I think I spent 10 days in Vietnam because I got two. But
Mm-hmm.
if if I try to travel alone,
Mm-hmm.
I like to spend 1 month in Vietnam because in Vietnam there are too many strange places. Uh, I think every adventurous people have to visit. The most interesting, one of the most interesting part of Vietnam that I couldn't visit, uh, it's Son Dong Cave. It's the biggest cave in the world, and the trip takes about 3 days.
To go
And
there.
3 days, yeah, you enter to the cave for 3 days,
Okay.
and for 3 days you can see the sunlight because
Wow.
you will camp in the cave, and also there's a strange ecosystem in the cave. You can see it's a big there's a big lake inside the cave that sometimes you can see the clouds under the lake. Maybe you can see the rain, and it's
Wow.
weird. It's weird. Yeah, you have to search about it.
It's a
And
universe.
yeah, and there was a city, Da Nang. There was a city, Da Nang. I visited Da Nang I stayed there for 2 nights.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Da Nang and the cities around Da Nang need more than 1 week because lots of interesting things around Da Nang and around the cities nearby Da Nang. And for north of Vietnam, Hanoi, I will spend more than 10 or 12 days in that place. Because I think in my opinion, the most interesting part of Vietnam in the north of Vietnam,
Mm.
and it's for Vietnam. And for Cambodia, I told you before,
Yeah.
just only Siem Reap. And for Thailand, I think 1 month is not enough because Thailand has lots of things to see and visit. I only visit south of Thailand and Bangkok. Bangkok is a city in the center of Thailand. But for the north of Thailand, maybe later I
Mm.
travel to north of Thailand. I think it will take more than 2 weeks.
For the people who just listen to, I just want to mention we talk about the nature. If Ehsan say if you wanna go to Thailand, you can stay 1 month. We talk about the nature. Don't judge us.
I have some friends that they traveled for the first time to Thailand. They traveled 4 years ago and they stayed in Thailand. It was their first journey to Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
And when they go to Thailand, when they went to Thailand, they stayed there and they got a Thai wife and they enjoyed life. Thailand is some kind of a game changer.
Yeah. Yes.
And I think you can stay more than 6 months. Thailand.
Or you can live forever.
Yeah, yeah. It's really an interesting country with interesting culture, with weird things, with wonderful nature, good weather, not good. For those who can tolerate warm weather
No.
and humidity, it's great. And for those who cannot, like me, because
Mhm.
I like cold weather. But
Okay.
for them, it's a little bit difficult to tolerate. but totally Thailand is a great country.
Okay.
You know, everything nowadays, even from 6 months ago, also marijuana is free. You can use all
Everything
around the
is free in
country.
Thailand.
You know,
Okay.
uh, yeah, I told you they did everything for tourists, and they will do everything for tourists and to get tourists.
Okay. Unlimited. Okay, unlimited service is going to be available in Thailand. So let's go and enjoy that. And maybe. Okay. Thank you so much, Ehsan, for your
Thank
time
you.
and share your experience. And thank you for the people that are watching us. It was so interesting. I didn't check the time. So I'm okay, it's a 1 hour. It's going to be so long if I'm going to talk more with Ehsan. But it was so interesting. And it is interesting for me because we had around 4 or 5 people or more, and most of them, when we talk about the group trip, they say that it's very important who you are going with them. So as you said, that it's very important you select the people, so it's very important the group of the people, but there is some stuff we should be careful about that, because it still is not it's a weird culture, so sometimes we should respect and just say yes to, let's say, if you are not, as Ehsan said, that you are not that kind of the people they want to try, or you don't have that adventure spirit, so don't do that, but respect the people and culture. Thank you for watching us. Please subscribe and follow us in the YouTube, and if you have a nice experience, you can share it with us. You can contact and we will talk with you. Thank you, Ehsan, for sharing your journey with us. I
Thank
hope
you,
you
Jalal.
see you soon again and have a more conversation about your new trip. Thank you so much and have a nice night.